Good day, everybody. Jason with Davis Shopworks here. I want to take a moment because I was very impressed by the change I made here. So I want to talk about Flexzilla hoses and the Flexzilla fittings. Now, I'm sure that other companies make these high flow fittings, and I'm sure that you could go and buy them cheaper and all this, but I can speak to the quality of these things. I've just switched over everything to them, and this morning as I changed to a line that had those fittings on it, and I had just used it a few days ago to do the exact same job, my air compressor, it just totally, I was running a constant line of air to feed a barrel to start a fire. And so anyway, I just wanted to share some of these products that I got, and if you're interested in them, I bought these off of Amazon. I'm in no way sponsored by Flexzilla or these fittings, so I have no ties to this, and this is strictly just my opinion of what I got here. So first off, I'm going to start with the number one fitting that I can see the major difference in is, so I had bought these brass fittings a while back. I can't even think of how long I've had them for. They were supposed to be a better, longer lasting fitting, and I will admit that they were for sure longer lasting, because I can't even remember, couldn't even tell you whenever I got these things. And the coupler that I had bought has been through 3 air compressors, so I know, like I said, I know for sure that this thing has been around for a while. Believe I might have bought these from Napa. And I mean, whenever I'm talking years ago, like these are probably actually made of the metal. They're probably actually made of brass. So we all know how things are anymore. Pick up a brass product and it's like aluminum plated in brass, or plated to look like brass. I don't know. I've gotten a lot of those fittings in the water hose fittings. Anyway, so I wanted to get another 50-foot Flexzilla hose. And this fitting was on the end of that hose, and it was just leaking more and more and more, and I could not get to stop. And there's probably sets of O-rings in there, in a maybe a cone valve in there and such. So that leak off pressure was kind of aggravating me. So anyway, these are the two fittings. So here is the Flexzilla coupler, and here is that brass fitting. So let me show you the difference here. As you can see, pardon my chainsaw cut finger here, as you can see, the holes are significantly different. Let's see how close I can get here. I mean, significantly different. And I'm sure you can see that there. It looks like you'll be able to. So I mean, literally, this one just about fits in that hole. So it's crazy how much bigger. So you're going to get more airflow to your tool. Whatever you're doing, you're getting more airflow. You're getting more airflow through the line. All my lines I run are 3/8 lines. I've never run a 1/4-inch airline except for one that came with some little cheap junk Craftsman air compressor that had a little handle on it. And so these are the fittings, the snap coupler fittings, and I want to say, make sure we're seeing these decent. I want to say these things are pretty high quality, I feel like. I'm not really sure to tell you what they're made of. They're chromed, and they've got a nice green anodization to them and say Flexzilla on them. So, but the kit that I bought, it came with like 2 of these, and it had another 2 that were like this one where they screw on. I don't know, there's like 6 of these. I think 4 of that other version that screws on. I don't know, $35 on Amazon, I'm guessing. So the other thing is this is my original Flexzilla line. And it's just got a hard, anti-tension handle kind of deal on there. anti-fatigue for that hose and the coupler kind of fitting. It's cool, but I mean, all your fatigue goes right there, but whatever. So I put the high flow fittings on there, and this is the hose that I'm running today. And I'm going to tell you, I went ahead and ran it out to the barrel, and I run like 10 PSI through it, and my air compressor was down at like 0 in very short order. So I'm moving high volume of air, and with those old fittings connected, my air compressor would turn on and turn off. Did it bother me that I'm doing that? No, because I'm only using it to get the fire started, so I didn't really care. I just kind of shut things down and just drilled a few more holes in the barrel and called it a day. Instead of just me being lazy on drilling them holes. But that hose there is pretty cool. But if something happens to it, which I mean it might, I don't know. I take pretty good care of my stuff, so probably nothing will ever happen to it. But for a few bucks more on Amazon, bought another 50-foot hose because I wanted to be able to go out 100 feet. This will leave my bigger air compressor that I have now in the position that's at, and I should be able to run these in my house and do a little trim work and stuff like that. That's my plan, and we'll see how that works. Maybe it's done, maybe it's not. But it's got a little better stress reliever on it, I feel like. The other thing is that's cool about this version is, step behind the camera, make sure I cover this, is this fitting can be pulled apart and you can cut this. So if I had a cut down here, I can chop that, take this fitting apart, fit it into the cut part, and put it back together. So what they call that is field repairable. And I thought, man, once I stretch out my first 50 that I've had for, I don't know, several years now, then I could run this. And so if I do cut it or like gouge it going through the door or whatever, I mean, at least I can make a short hose of it. Not that I doubt that that's going to be really a problem for me, but I thought for somebody else that might be a good idea. So anyway, so it too got at both ends here, this high flow fitting. Now here's the only issue I see here. It's not really a problem to me because I bought like the bazillion parts pack of this fitting deal. So all my stuff is going to get switched over to these fittings. But you can only put these fittings to themselves. Let me show you that, because at first I was a little pissed. I was like, well, I can't use this with a regular thing. And pardon me, I don't even know. Yeah, well, so here. I'm trying it now. I didn't even try it because I seen it. And I'm like, you can't even use those with other fittings. So you got to switch over to all their fittings. Does that really bother me? Look at the orifice on that thing. That thing is huge. The amount of air that is flowing through there. I mean, good night through that little, you know, what we used to say, gnat's butt size hole. And then you're going to go to this. I mean, good night. Forget it. I switched, you know. And so I took one of those fittings. Yeah, not even the original. This is the original fitting off the air compressor. Not even that couples up. So anyway, I'm blown away. Performance-wise, I'm going to do a little more testing, but I want to share this with you folks that are looking at airlines and stuff. I'm telling you, right now, you cannot go wrong with these high flow fittings. I'm blown away. And like I said, I probably have had this set for, I don't even know, 15 years. I mean, good night. Like I said, it's been through 3 air compressors, so I'm shocked, but you can't go wrong with these fittings. You can find them on Amazon. Again, this is not sponsored. It's just strictly my opinion. I was blown away this morning, and I just had to make this video so that y'all could check them out. And I'm sure that there's some Chinese ripoffs and also stuff that you could check out, but Flexzilla is made in USA, I think I've read on at least one of these hoses. So as far as I know, at least one of the 2 hoses. Now I'm searching for it because I just made the comment and now I can't find it. But I know I've seen it somewhere. Either way, they're a good company. And the high flow fittings, amazing. You're going to see a huge difference. I'll show you that in another video. We'll check all that out. Thank you for watching today, and I appreciate it. Hopefully this helps you decide what air hose to get. These things are amazing. They're super flexible. Hopefully it helps you decide what fittings to get. You pick what air you want to run through, right? I mean, good night. You cannot beat the size difference. And anyway, check them out. Decide what you want to do. Hopefully it helps. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, share, and have a wonderful day.